Finally revealed, Korea's secret new fighter jet. In the current modern aviation times, every country in the world is trying hard to obtain air superiority over other countries. Apart from the big guns like the US, Russia, and China, who want to get air dominance all over the world, smaller countries are in a race to at least get air superiority over their arch rivals, like South Korea is trying to do with its secret new fighter jet over North Korea. In this video, we'll discuss how Korea's secret new fighter jet is finally revealed. Stay with us till the end of the video to know when it took its maiden flight, when it will go into production, and which other country is collaborating with Korea on this project. With the inaugural flight of the KAI KF-21 Boramae fighter jet, South Korea has taken a major step ahead in its effort to construct a stealth aircraft. According to a report in the Kukmang Ilbo, the official journal of the South Korean Ministry of National Defense, 6 flying models and 2 rescue models of the KF-21 are now used to perform ground trials. The Kai KF-21 Boramae, formerly known as the KF-X, is the result of a joint South Korean and Indonesian effort to produce a cutting-edge multi-role fighter for use by both countries' air forces. The aircraft is more stealthy than any fighter from the previous generation, but unlike 5th-generation fighters, it does not have internal bays for storing armaments. The South Korean government runs the program and owns 60% of the shares. Indonesia joined the program in 2010 and currently holds a 20% share, with the remaining commercial partners, including maker Korean Aerospace Industries, owning the remaining 20%. In addition to the FA-50, the Kai KF-X is South Korea's second homegrown jet fighter development program. The first of the prototypes was finished in April 2021, and a rollout ceremony was held at Kai's headquarters in Sacheon Airport to unveil it. Its official name, Boramae, means young hawk or fighting hawk in Korean. The first flight was on July 19, 2022, and production wasn't set to start until 2026. South Korea expects to have 120 of these planes in service by 2032, with at least 40 of them arriving by 2028. Specs. Prototypes of the KF-21 are powered by 2 General Electric F414 GE400K engines, making it a twin-engine jet. 240 F414s will be supplied by GE for the entire fleet of 120 aircraft. It's estimated that the radar cross-sectional area of the KF-21 Boramae is only 1 square meters at most. It will have hardware and software architecture on par with other 5th-generation planes like the F-35 Lightning II. The aircraft will be fitted with a new version of the active electronically scanning phased array radar co-created by the Agency for Defense Development (ADD) and Hanwha Systems. Improved optronic tracking and targeting technology similar to the F-35's EOTS will be installed beneath the cockpit, and passive frontal systems like the IRST, an infrared tracking device equal to those used on European or Russian aircraft, will be added to the sensor area. To increase its situational awareness and survivability, it will be fitted with cutting-edge weapon systems and self-defense systems. The KF-21's automatic collision avoidance and recovery system and 3 independently functioning flight computers ensure the plane's safety in the event of a pilot's temporary disorientation. One thing that is majorly missing is an internal weapons bay. So what generation aircraft is it? The plane lacks various features like internal armament bays and the ability to supercruise, which makes it questionable as to whether or not it is a true 5th-generation plane. The KF-21 may not have every hallmark of the next generation, but it boasts stealthy design, cutting-edge avionics, and an innate sense of making headlines. Although it is currently referred to as a 4.5-generation aircraft, South Korea is planning for some really advanced modifications. The KF-21 Boramae's fighting and survival capabilities will gradually improve as it incorporates block upgrades. The improved stealth capabilities of the Block II aircraft can be attributed to its internal weapons compartment. It has been claimed that the Block III aircraft is on par technologically with the F-35 and F-22. Nonetheless, the government plans to go even further, gradually incorporating 6th-generation aircraft capabilities into its KF-21. The next-generation Korean fighter will use cutting-edge technology like laser guns and AI, among other things, and it can fight alongside unmanned aircraft like the stealthy Stingray in military operations. For the initial batch of KF-21s, South Korea is purchasing air-to-air missiles from European firms MBDA and Deal BGT, the F-5EF Tiger IIs, F-4 Phantoms, and even certain F-16CDs and F-15K Slam Eagles could be retired and replaced with the KF-21. Variants. Kai first showed off a prototype of the KF-21N, its carrier-based variant, in September 2022. The wings may be folded down to save space when not in use, and they're 20% larger for better safety and stability during takeoff and landing. Modifications to the airframe structure would allow it to participate in both catabar and stowbar missions. Kai claims it may construct the KF-21N in a few years if the Republic of Korea Navy, or ROKN, decides to acquire an aircraft carrier large enough to operate fighters and identifies a necessity. Controversies related to the program. The program hit a wall between 2011 and 2014. Kai had a hard time securing financing. Park Geun-hye, South Korea's newly elected president, was opposed to the plan, and its implementation was delayed by 18 months. The Korean Defense Acquisition Program Administration, or DAPA, reported in November 2017 that it had not received the 138.9 billion won, that's $124.5 million, in funding from Indonesia that had been promised for the development. In 2017, Indonesia paid a quarter of the annual amount, and in 2019 it paid a total of 272.2 billion won, or $230 million, out of a total of 301 billion won, or $255 million, still short of the necessary amount. Kim Jong-dae, a South Korean lawmaker and member of the National Assembly Defense Committee, commented soon after the news broke that without Indonesia's funding, the project was in danger of being scrapped entirely. As 2018 began, the issue was still unresolved, and reports surfaced that Indonesia was strongly considering withdrawing from the conflict. It brought back 80 PTDI employees who were stationed in South Korea and alluded to the need to renegotiate its role. Indonesia was attempting to improve terms during renegotiation, while South Korea was working to keep things the same. Still, South Korean officials assured the public on multiple occasions that progress was being made as planned. In October 2019, when the prototype of the KF-X was unveiled to the general public for the first time at the Seoul International Aerospace and Defense Exhibition, Indonesia was conspicuously missing as the jet's final appearance and specifications were shown. The renegotiation had been ready to conclude for more than 2 years at that point. In 2020, the third year of the renegotiations, there was a pandemic and rumors that Indonesia was leaving the program, despite Kai's assurances that everything was well. Although PTDI engineers had returned to their jobs at Kai, the COVID-19 crisis had put a strain on Indonesia's financial resources. Kai gave the plane's first major public showing in the middle of 2021. The aircraft's official name had been unveiled, and the first prototype had been unveiled and successfully tested in accordance with the development schedule set in 2017. As opposed to the 2019 Seoul International Aerospace and Defense Exhibition, this time Indonesia received equal attention. Prabowo Subianto, Minister of Defense of Indonesia, was there to witness the launch. He had nothing but a high appreciation for the plane, the joint effort of Indonesia and South Korea, and Kai's efforts. It wasn't until November 2021 that Indonesia agreed to pay South Korea the necessary sum to resume the program. Production and export. There will be nearly 2,000 test flights with the prototypes before mass manufacturing starts in 2026. The goal for Korean Aerospace Industries, or Kai, is to build 120 KF-21s by 2032. Iraq, Malaysia, Peru, and the Philippines, Qatar, Senegal, and Thailand are among the potential buyers of the KF-21. When it comes to keeping the Boromé program running in the long run, the exports are a make-or-break factor. The KF-21 has thousands of qualified employees who have made it possible for the company to grow and look forward toward the future. Because of North Korea's hostile missile test, South Korea is facing a severe security crisis. Given the seriousness of the security threat posed by North Korea, this stealthy jet will surely be crucial in achieving that goal. Do you think the KF-21 has the potential to fulfill the country's purpose of taking air superiority over North Korea? If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for everyday military updates. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below. Thanks for watching.